So wouldn't it be better to flow from love? So now you see that that's what love is. So now I'm going to spend just a couple of more minutes giving you a couple of very basic things. These are important. You need to hear these. Now, I've talked about why we can't forgive and forget. So now you see the role of resentment. See, now you see why you need objectivity. You need to be able to stand back. And then when you see resentment, you can let it pass. The temptation to resent. Or when you see your own anger rising. See? You see it and you let it pass. You don't add to it. But now, the other thing that prevents people from forgiving and forgetting, it's having the wrong idea. See, separated from love, we also become separated from understanding and from wisdom. So we don't have understanding. We may have book learning, we may have degrees and have taken courses and read a lot of books and studied the Bible and studied psychology and everything, but we don't have understanding. In fact, the more you study, see, to know yourself as God through knowledge, instead of knowing God, you want to know yourself as God. And you see how that disconnects you also from your lodestar of principle and wisdom and understanding and love. So people have a wrong idea of what forgiveness means. Remember I talked about the person who resents another or judges the other and then tries to make up for it by being extra nice. Well, that's trying to be nice and supportive is what we think of as love. So people have the wrong idea of what forgiveness is. So now you know what it is not. So now you know how resentment is a stepping away from love, falling away from love, a movement away from love. So now you see what forgiveness is. It's staying with, bonded to, in touch with, intuition, the inner light. See, love, patient, love, wisdom, and just observing in that light. So now you see what love is. It's not hating, it's not judging. So now you see that when you are there, then you don't judge a person in the first place. So you don't have to forgive them in the second place. You don't hate them in the first place. You don't have to forgive them in the second place. You don't resent them in the first place. You don't have to forgive them in the second place. See? Because you didn't judge them. You saw what they did. Okay, maybe you saw it was wrong, or not good, or not nice. Whatever it was, you don't have to pretend you didn't see it. You see it. But you don't hate him. You don't hate the person. See? See how simple that is? You discern. It's the difference between discerning and judging. So now if you could learn to meditate properly, go out in the world and see people, and see that people are lost. They're lost sheep. They don't even know what they're doing. See? They don't realize what they're doing. They think they're doing what's good, and they can't see that it's not good. They think they're moving toward success and happiness, and they're actually working toward their own destruction. They don't even see it. So have compassion on them. Don't feel sorry for them. Just don't hate them. Don't resent them. See? Your mom and your poor unloved mom, and forgive her. In other words, don't resent her. Your dad, don't resent him. He didn't know what he was doing. The world was too much for him. When he was a little boy, someone did him in when he was a little boy. He never recovered. So forgive. Okay? You go out in the world, you see people, or you see someone that was like the dad you hated, or like the mom you hated, or like the teacher you hated. Now you see it's not the same person. You don't resent them. But now how about all the baggage from the past? See, from all of your resentments. Millions. Resentments and judgments and hatreds, and see, all of that has accumulated. Okay? So now do you see why you have to, but now you can see those memories in the light. Now clinging to what is good and what is true. When it surfaces, see, you stand back, mentally stand back and observe it and let it pass. So you don't add to it. So if you struggle with it, you just make it stronger. See? So that's what forgiveness is. So you begin by letting go of your resentments. You see that you hated your dad, and now you see that he couldn't help himself, and you make it unimportant. You don't resent him anymore. And your mom, you don't resent. Your brother, your sister, teachers, other kids, your first partner. Just make it unimportant by letting go of the resentment. Just let it go. See, you won't see it all at one time. You'll see it a little at a time. You'll see, and just let it go. Okay? Now you understand. They didn't understand. They didn't have love, just as you. See, you don't have love. You've made a mess out of things too, haven't you? Your relationships and with your kids and your partner and things, because you were resentful and judgmental underneath. You see, and you tried to manipulate, and you messed it all up. Did you really want to mess things up? No, you didn't. See, you didn't. You couldn't help yourself. Okay, but now you can see in the light of what I'm saying. Now you can stop messing up. Okay, because you have the light there. Now you can see other people, they messed up. They probably didn't even know what they were doing. So forgive. So now, what does forgiveness mean? It means not resenting and not judging. It's that simple. So now do you see how people have the wrong idea? They think that forgiveness means that if you forgive someone who did something to you, they think it means that you have to be nice to them, that you have to like them, or that you have to pretend nothing happened, shove everything under the carpet, pretend it didn't happen, okay? Or that you have to have something to do with them, see, and have activities with them and so on. No, it doesn't mean that at all. See, all it means is that you let go of the resentment. You don't resent them. See, you don't hate them. That's all it means. So you can forgive someone and never have anything to do with them again in your life. See? Especially if they're unrepentant. You know, you go to someone and say, hey, you did this and this to me, and it was rotten what you did, but I don't hate you. I hated you, but I don't hate you anymore. I just want you to see what you did and be sorry for it and apologize. Then what you're likely to get is they'll say, oh, what are you talking about? I never did anything. Why, it's your fault, and blah, blah, blah. And you're ungrateful, and you're making it up, and see? And you say, okay, well, you know my number. When you're ready to be sorry and mean it, then give me a call. It's that simple. And then you can walk away. Okay? Shake the dust from your sandals. Walk away with your head held high. See? And you will have triumphed. How? By not resenting. You know, Christ said, resist not evil. Overcome evil with good, it says. Overcome evil with good. So you overcame evil with good, not with yourself. You didn't do anything. You just spoke the truth and were patient. Didn't hate them. See? And then the light came through you. See? And by holding your ground, by not falling to resentment, you were fine. And then by not falling for the additional temptation when they claim that they never did anything and it's all your fault and you're lying and you're ungrateful and you're terrible. See, then you don't fall for that temptation either. See, by just not resenting. Walk away with your head held high and you're free. You're free, see. Now, other people, you know, maybe they did something to you and you say, hey, you did something to me and I used to hate you, but I don't hate you anymore. And they said, yeah, you know, you're right. I did that to you. I'm sorry. I felt bad about all these years. And okay, now you can be friends, okay? Because they're repentant, okay? But you can't force them to be repentant. You can't try to make them repentant. Don't have anything, don't have it pre-planned what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. Just speak the truth, a few words of truth, and then take leave without resentment. But then, if they're repentant, okay, well, then you can have something to do with them if you want to, but you don't have to. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. Once again, you can walk away and have nothing to do with them ever again. Some people who did things to you, hurt you when you were a child, for example, they may be gone now. You can't find them. They're, who knows where they're at, or they're dead, they passed away. Okay, well, then you just forgive them in your heart then. You just see what they did, then you hated them, then now you don't hate them anymore. You forgive them in your heart, and you're free. Okay? Now do you understand?